Give me a moment. I shouldn't have to make this. I shouldn't even have to do this video. But I'm doing it this way because I can just do it while I'm getting my day started and things like that. So I'm gonna wait till a couple people show up here. I see that there's a thumbs up, so I think there's someone here at least. So you guys know Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays I do live feeds. And so last night we did a live feed, and something happened during the live feed that carried over to the Rumble side. And so when I was doing my live feed last night, somebody, I'm not sure, I'm not going to mention the name, I'm not sure exactly what happened, but someone said something and wound up getting put in timeout. Now, you guys all understand the idea that YouTubers have mods, right? Because a YouTuber can't scan that entire chat, especially like last night. There's like 80 people in there. Everybody was chatting, and it was a live giveaway video, and so there was a lot of stuff going on. And I'll get this lighting arrangement figured out when I get done making coffee. But what happened was someone got put in a timeout, and then got all upset. Well, the reason that people get put in timeout is because all of us YouTubers have to have mods. We have to have somebody that help us watch the channel, because there's things that happen outside of our direct control, such as comments, such as comments and things that happen in the live chat that can affect the channel and affect it for everyone. The YouTube algorithm will catch certain comments and block them for you. Well, not the YouTube, but the AI. But at any rate, so moderators are given the latitude to block comments, put people in a timeout, just to give them a little quick cool down, things like that, because they might not be acting like adults. And the problem that happened last night, apparently one of my mods saw someone that was just starting a bunch of arguments in the chat. And that's one of the biggest things that I tell all my moderators I don't want arguments in the chat, because when the chat is rolling and it's doing good and it's fun, everybody's having a good time, the last thing you want is someone coming in and shitting in the punch bowl, basically. It makes it awkward, it makes it uncomfortable, it makes it less fun for everyone, and that's what was happening. Now, I didn't see it personally. So, and this thing is all screwed up. The Daily Knife, number 2. So I didn't see the actual event. I don't know how this has occurred, but this chain is all screwed up now. I didn't see what actually happened. So apparently there was somebody that was starting arguments. Apparently it started over on Jared's live feed. There was somebody that was starting arguments in the chat. And one of my moderators, well within his rights as a moderator, put that individual in what's called a timeout, where they had 5 minutes they couldn't post. And so that 5 minutes, I don't know exactly when it happened. I saw them in another, I'm setting up my really fancy coffee pot right now. So that happened, and I didn't see it, and that person got put in timeout. Well, then apparently they got really upset, went over to the Rumble feed and said that, oh, see there, Todd Carr. Todd Carr is not only a paying member, you see that wrench? Todd's a moderator. The moderators take it seriously because that's the only line of defense I have. They catch stuff before it becomes an issue, because YouTube will absolutely take down a live feed. They'll shut it down. They'll penalize me as the channel owner. And yes, I do need my reading glasses. So those moderators are doing a really vital function. And if you get put in timeout, it's because they know what they are and are not allowed to have on the channel. Now, there's some stuff that I told them I want them to reach out to me, like, hey, see if you can hit me up to comment, say, hey, keep an eye out, this is kind of going on, da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's something but there are things that absolutely have to be taken down immediately, and they do a really good job of it. Well, this person got really upset about the fact that they got put in a timeout, and I think it's because it was a giveaway, and so Josh, it was what happened in it carried over to the Rumble. That's what happened when I had that guy in the Rumble that we put in. I set up my setting up my coffee pot of doom. So what happened was they got put in a timeout, and then they were like, "Oh, the giveaways are rigged, and Mike blocks people that he doesn't want, and da 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 da." First of all, I didn't do it. I had nothing to do with it. I didn't even see the comments. It was absolutely one of my moderators that put somebody in timeout. And there's 25 people here. If you could go ahead and just drop a like while we're doing this, that would be great. It definitely helps on the algorithm. And so I was unbeknownst to me, it had happened. I was told, like I said, I was running Rumble and YouTube, and I could see the chat on different windows, and I had one of my moderators tell me, like, "Hey, you kick this guy," and I was like, "I don't see anything," and then I already took care of it, and I was like, "Okay," because that's what my moderators do. And so we go over to Rumble, and this guy just starts throwing a fit and arguing and fighting, and I warned him like 5 times. I'm like, "Hey, this makes the fighting with someone in the chat makes it awkward, and I'm gonna mute you for 5 minutes if you keep it up." And I muted him. Well, then I get like 25 comments on my YouTube channel about, "Guys, these giveaways are all rigged, and he censors free speech." And I was like, I don't censor free speech. YouTube does, and there by default I have to follow those rules of what they say we can and can't say. It was just a big shit show, and the whole point of it is there's rules, and everybody knows there's rules. I've made it abundantly clear. I don't want fighting in the chat. I will not tolerate you harassing or berating other subscribers or members or people in the chat. I won't tolerate that, and it's been abundantly clear, and I've said it for years. So I shouldn't have to do this. We're doing another one of these morning coffee. But you guys are asking about the coffee pot. This is a Clarenstein. One of you subscribers sent me this. It's a vacuum siphon. So I'll show you when it starts to do it, but it's going to push water up in here, and it's going to bloom the grounds and all that. But it just goes to the point that there are so many people that just cannot conduct themselves as an adult. And I've said it before. I'm trying to get this in a fashion where you guys can see, and that light's not so problematic. When I do a live feed, the way I look at it is I have invited you into my home for 2 hours. It's not just you, Mike. Thanks, Josh. I'm just saying, I shouldn't have to do this. I should not need to do a video telling people to act like an adult. There's rules in every live feed. There's rules on YouTube. We have to abide by them. We have moderators that help us do that. But then to go and, hey, Zach, yeah, like I didn't realize it was Zach. So to go and then just throw a temper tantrum and then go and put up a bunch of stuff. So here's the thing. I blocked this individual entirely. I'm not going to say who it was. That's not important. But the fact is, when you do a live feed and you have moderators, and if you're in a live feed, I should say, and you have moderators and your comment gets taken out or your comment doesn't show up, there's a lot of times that there's stuff that YouTube has pre-flagged. And I have some stuff set that I don't want set. There's a lot of stuff I don't want talked about in the chat, not because I want to censor your free speech, but because it's going to start arguments. Like, there are certain things that people just will argue about, and I don't necessarily want that in my chat. And so I've got it pre-blocked. There's little keywords that I have pre-blocked. And so your comment just might not show up. There's a reason for it. If you go over to my Rumble channel and you fast forward through the first hour of the stream over there, which was the stream here and the stream on YouTube and the stream on Rumble. If you fast forward to the hour mark where I switch over, you can see there's a guy that goes into the comment section and is just abusive and nasty, and it ruins the way the chat rolls for people. So what's everybody got in pocket? Oh, I'm going to put up a post today. The echo dropped. The EKKO, it's not the ECHO. They set me up for failure on it. The actual production echo has hit the streets. The button lock version of this. I'm sorry, the production version of this. So I'm gonna drop a link to that. So if you guys want to purchase one, I absolutely will put it up. Gingerfish. I don't know if you noticed, I sent you a DM on the Gilded server. I granted you access to all of the chat rooms. So, there's a lot of stuff. There's just been, it was such a pain. It just absolutely kills the chat when people act like that. It just ruins it for everyone. And you can see it happen when that happens. And there's just somebody that's just being a complete dick bag in the chat. You can see it just absolutely. People just start dropping out because it makes it uncomfortable. So see, you can see it's starting to bloom the grounds. I will though. So there's water starting to make its way up. I'll show you guys how this works as it works. It takes a while. So this allows you to like bloom your grounds for a little bit before it boils. This will take cheap coffee and turn it into very, very good coffee. Hang on a second. So you see? And then it's going to tell me. Now it's going to brew. So I need to get the lid on it so it doesn't make a mess. It's going to brew that coffee for 3 minutes, and then it's going to suck it back down into the pot. I'll show you when it starts doing that. So that was a gift from one of the subscribers. And so the reason I was doing these giveaways was for the subscribers. This guy, funny enough, had been gifted a membership to my channel by the person that he was fighting with. And I'm like, it's just ridiculous. So it's just one of those things. I'm like, how can you not act like an adult? Like, you have to be an adult to have an account on YouTube. Like, you literally have to be an adult. But like I've always said, being an adult and being a grown-up are two different things. Being an adult is a, oh, you did see, oops. Well, that's not surprising on this channel, knowing who it is that you would see that. There's always one that lives next to me all the time. YouTube probably won't take me down for just an accidental glance. I'm trying to get this set so you guys don't tip over. But yeah, it's just, so if you guys see comments from someone saying that my giveaways are rigged, the funny thing about the giveaway thing, when he said that the giveaways were rigged because he got booted before, he still was entered. Now, I guarantee he wouldn't have been able to claim it. He could have went over to Rumble and said, hey, I can't get in, I can't make comment, I don't know what happened. He could have commented on Rumble and I could have set it up that way. But the fucked up thing is, like, to throw a temper tantrum like that over something as insignificant as you can't make a comment because you were a dickbag is silly. I don't get it. I am carrying my Norseman, my beg letter, and I don't care how you're supposed to pronounce it, I'm going to pronounce it beg letter, and my prototype Echo. What is the Gilded server? So the Gilded server is just like Discord. So if you're a paying member, you get granted access to the Gilded server, and we have, I think we've got like 10 chat rooms. There's 2A stuff for pew-pews. There's an archery one now. There's one for people that are selling their stuff, like Alice, Alicord Paracord. So Alice has basically like a sales area over there. There's one about music. There's just a general chat. There's a chat room so that if we want to, we can all watch Cutlery Corner Network on our individual devices and then just chat comments about what we see on the screen. Coffee's done. I'll show you how this works. So you move the pew so YouTube doesn't lose their minds. So as this cools down, you're going to see this drop. It's actually really cool. See? So there's a filter right here. You put the grounds in, you put the water, and it's just going to draw it down through that filter. I mean, people, you can DM each other. There you go. There you go. It's going to start gurgling. Coffee's done. So I'll let that sit and continue to drain out the last little bit of coffee for the next few seconds. We are having the Coffee Brand Coffee Hazelnut Churro. Next movie night, we could probably do that. I own that. Do you have IG? Do you have pics on IG? Curious about which knife? You just can't do it in a live feed. I can't show you guys. I can't talk about pew-pews. I can't handle a pew-pew in a live feed. And I don't want that content. It absolutely makes it more difficult for the channel. But anyway, like I said, the Gilded server is it's just like a Discord where we all hang out and enjoy each other's company. We BS with each other. We show each other. We have pocket drop area. We have knife trade. I have stuff that I've got up for sale. You guys are allowed to publicize stuff that they want to do. You can ask, like, if you've got a specific knife you're looking for and you want an affiliate link to try to support the channel. He's asking about the Skaha. I don't have a Skaha. I had one. I had a Skaha 2 that was a gift from a fucking subscriber, and I sent it off to a guy that was starting a YouTube. Yes, that is the CJRB Echo. I will put a link to that up. I'm going to put up a post with a link to it. I would actually, if you guys are looking at this knife, I will post up a link on my affiliate store to this knife in a post today. If you're going to get one, I absolutely would appreciate it if you'd support the channel by using my link to purchase it. So this is the Echo. I love this one. This is the prototype before they got rid of the thumb studs. So if you're looking for one of these, I'm going to post up a link to it, and you can get it that way. You got any questions? I mean, I'm doing my coffee. No, the giveaway was not rigged. I can't rig the giveaway. So here's how it works. I use a separate website, and it ties to my live feed, and it collects the hashtags. So if you guys look at that, the hashtag, that's completely hands off. Once I set that, I can't do anything with it except maybe change the hashtag and do a redraw. So as you saw, we did a redraw to get to the winner last night because first person didn't respond, and then the second person didn't want it, or I can't remember if it was just the first person didn't want it. And he was like, it's just not his style knife. Yeah, I'm just hoping to buy the next win. Yeah, you said hi to yourself. Rocky. And so, like last night, if it was going to be rigged, Rocky would have won, because the whole thing was, last night's live feed, I actually absolutely wanted to shout out my appreciation to Rocky, because he's donated, Jesus, I don't even know how many right now, probably a good 50 paying memberships to people. And I wanted to call that out. The hashtag was #Rocky, and then the guy that got all wound up and was fighting with Rocky over on Rumble actually was a paying member that he's never going to be able to get into the Gilded server now, because I had to block him on the channel because He must have put up 15 comments on my channel saying that like this is BS. I'm going to contact YouTube. Like there's rules about how you do these giveaways. And I was like, I'm following the rules. I can't help it that you can't conduct yourself in a manner. In fact, that's like if you went to a show and you were entered into a giveaway as door prize and then you got kicked out from the show and it said you had to be present to win. That's not fixed. That's like they had no idea that you won. They had no idea you were going to win when you got kicked out of the venue. So it's just a little bit silly. Coffee Brand Coffee, I'm going to have to get some sent to me. They have a new flavor called strawberries and cream. And I'm curious. There's so much stuff that happens on this channel because of you guys, the subscribers. Knives that come in for review, knives that come in for giveaway, just even stuff like my Prepare to Die, my Inigo Montoya and Dread Private Roberts shirt, that coffee pot you just saw, all that stuff. What was this? Just guessing. Liquid Sunshine. It's been raining. It's raining here this morning. Just guessing. I don't know what you're talking about, Josh. Normal-ish. I'm trying to find your comment. It's hard to do on the phone, and I can't really read it because I've got. Anyway, I don't know what you were referring to. Yeah, one of you guys sent this to me. Oh, okay. Yeah, so like I said, the whole reason that we have moderators on the channel is so that it stays nice and pleasant and fun like this. Because when there's people fighting in the chat, it's never a good thing. It never is. I'd just like to remind everyone, I am a ray of fucking sunshine. I forgot I was doing this on my phone. It flips everything. Nico's here. I put one too many scoops in that. That is very strong coffee. I lost count while I was scooping. Guys, there's 41 people here and only 30 likes. That's one of the big things. Like I talk about that all the time. The guys know I talk about it in the Gilded server all the time. Like I'll put up a video for the members and I was like, how is it that I have 100 members and 25 of you watched the video, but only 5 likes? Like, you know, that's just one of those things. It's one of the easiest things you can do for a channel to support them. I go through and if I watch a video, I make sure I hit the like. You can do it from there's a way to do it from my PlayStation 5. You just click up and over and hit the like. Literally takes a few seconds. It's just one of those things that push people. It's just one of those things that push more people to the channel. It really does. I gotta put more creamer in it. That is too strong. That was a poor choice. The way I look at it is when I join the chat, someone's live stream, I'm a guest in their house. That's what I've said. That's what I've said. So if anybody gets put in timeout, don't flip out. If you happen to be on one of my live feeds and your comment didn't go up, there's probably something that was in that is either blocked by YouTube or blocked by me. I do have specific things that I don't want talked about in the channel. I don't want divisive stuff going in. I don't want divisive comments. I don't want people fighting. I don't want something that's going to start an argument. So as a preemptive strike, there's certain topics that are basically not allowed. My moderators know what's allowed and what isn't. They will take that. They'll give you a warning like, hey, no, you know, we don't want any arguing about political stuff. Like if you want to talk about political stuff, I talk about it all the time over on Rumble. But I don't necessarily want it in my YouTube chat because then it turns into a fight and then YouTube flags that comment or content. And that's not what this YouTube channel's about. This YouTube channel is not about current events. If you want to talk about current events, there's plenty of channels. Go over and visit Jeremy at the Quartering, the owner of Coffee Brand Coffee. He's absolutely willing to have those conversations. Damn, no Brandon talk. I'm out. Yeah, but I mean, from what I've seen, I appreciate what you're saying about politics. Was news a topic to learn about? And see, there you go. We already had somebody in here, and the Hobbit has put him in timeout. But yeah, it's simply like, you are in my. I have invited you to my house. Look at it that way. That's how I hang out. So, and yeah, we have a great community, and we don't need people going in and fighting with people in the comment section, because like, see, you can watch it every time. You can see it happen every time. Somebody will start fighting. Yeah, Zach's here. People will start fighting in the comment section, and you'll just see people leave. They're like, I don't want this, because it just makes it awkward and untenable. Keep an emergency candy in your fanny pack, Josh. So, and that was the whole point of this morning. So, but yeah, I saw, so apparently the Echo has dropped. So I'll be posting up a link to this. As soon as we break from here, I'm going to, actually, you know what? I'll do it right now. Hang on for it. Hang on just a second for me. I can do it from here. I'm going to post up a new comment. Gingerfish. Gingerfish, did you hear me? I granted you access to all the chat rooms on the Gilded server. So I'm going to right now go to Artisan. So I'm going to put up a link. I'm going to make a post with a link to this right now. As soon as I generate the link, it's just going to take me. It's kind of hard for my phone. It's a pain for my phone. So, so this is $57 currently on their website. They have They have black PVD, carbon fiber, micarta green, and the steel stone wash that you see here, which is my favorite. Absolutely my favorite. So allow me to make you I'm going to make you a link right now. Yeah, I need that. So I'm setting up a purchase link for the Echo. I don't know what my daughter's doing upstairs. She's just giggling and laughing. She should be doing schoolwork. Artisan cutlery. Get links. Doing it for you right now as we speak. Create a custom link. I have to do this every time I provide you guys with a link, I have to go through all of this. It's a pain in the... There we go. Now, let's go ahead and go over to my YouTube channel and make a comment. Create post. Text. So, what's everyone else got going on today? I know it's morning time. I am really surprised that you guys are here with me this early in the morning. I did not expect to see 41 people on a morning live feed. That's more people than I had on Monday's live feed in the evening. So, screenshot, and then This is bedtime for me. Just got off work, almost noon in High Point. Sending work calls to voicemail. You shouldn't be doing that. It's the EKKO. It's the echo. So it's my lunch hour. Yeah, I've got to get started. As soon as my wife leaves for work, I'm going to start filming. I got some stuff I want to get filmed. So, yeah, I'm going to go out to the garage in here just a second. Design. I'm trying to get this. So that's crazy. I used to work in High Point. 36 people, 36 likes. Yeah, I'm gonna post this up here in just a second. We'll go out to, I'm gonna take this out to the garage while I finish my coffee and talk to you out there. The Ray. So, what's everyone got planned for today? I wasn't planning on doing this. Seems logical. We'll keep going. Who said shut up? It's now 36 likes even possible. I left and it down. You left the down thumbs? Cool, cool. Oh, okay. So, what does this work at a place called GoPup? Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to do this and provide you with this. So there's a bunch of different versions. I just posted it. If you guys are interested in this knife, it does not have the thumb studs. It has got the opening hole. They have this exact one. Pot clips in a little bit different position, but it's really good. This, I think, is one of my favorite new designs from artisan. I saw Big Brown Bear did something on Instagram about the gunny juice, and I absolutely agree with you. As much as I liked some of the other diamond emulsions, I think that the gunny juice absolutely is the best diamond emulsion on the market. It really is. I have not found anything. That's why I got so much stuff. I got Pew Pew under my arm. Got to put it on its stand. Grab my coffee. We got to go for a walk upstairs. Okay, so it was just about like conducting yourself like an adult on the channel. We had somebody that had a fight with someone else, and I shouldn't have to do it. But like I was just saying, if you see someone is commenting a bunch of stuff that says like the giveaways are rigged. You guys know how I do them. I use a separate site that consolidates all the hashtags. I can't control it. I can't pick who wins. The best thing I can do is if somebody that's banned or blocked from the channel does win, I can absolutely swap that. The Medieval Armory. You guys haven't seen that in a while. My yard. It rained again last night. You see my rose bushes in my side yard. So there's the Medieval Armory. Those aren't ninja swords. So yeah, I like the gunny juice about the best of any of the diamond emulsions. This is my favorite spot in the house. You guys ready? A lot of times I will stand here next to my Pew Pew safe and I'll look, I don't know why, but I like to stand here and lean up against the gun safe and just have a cup of coffee. Hi, Shopcat. I don't know why I like it. Just like it right there. I have to come up here. I left my sandals up here. Feet are cold. I get tuckered out by a giveaway, enjoy the content better, learning stuff. I was doing the giveaways. There was a couple reasons I was doing the giveaways. There was a valid, like a really good valid reason for the giveaways. I wanted to drive some new subscribers to the channel. And it did, and I hope they stick around. I hope they enjoy the content. I did not make the bed. But hopefully they enjoy the content and they'll stick around. The other reason was I wanted to thank the subscribers. It's a subscriber only thing. Like, you can't win on a giveaway if you're not a subscriber. And the other reason was I had stuff that I was just never going to film again. Some of those knives, I liked them. I enjoyed having them. They're not something I would carry on a daily. And they absolutely are things that I probably won't ever use in a video again. So I gave them away. There's more stuff probably that's coming that's going to be giveaway. I have stuff that's coming specifically for giveaway. Use an old belt. Beb. I know how to behave myself. Seems logical. You know how this works. We've had to have this conversation before, and I was just hoping to never have to do it again. I was really hoping that we could get away with doing these forever. I think my wife's either. I think that's an alarm. My wife sleeps on the couch most of the time. She moves around a lot because her back has really been bothering her for a while now. So she sleeps down here on the couch a lot. And for two reasons, because of her back, and she doesn't want to disturb me because she moves around a lot in her sleep. And the other reason is I've had my nose broke like 3 or 4 times. I had a deviated septum and I had the surgery, but I still snore a lot. And I got a really sore spot on my nose. I snore. And I use a CPAP. So, like, for my wife, it's almost impossible to get a good night's sleep if she's sleeping up there with me. It really is, and I feel so bad about it, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, most of the time, like, she'll either come downstairs and sleep on the couch, or she'll just stay on the couch. And, like, she was asleep on the couch when I came in the house last night after the live feed. So, yeah, no, that's basically, I just wanted to touch on it. If you guys are curious about what happened and what's going on, you can always go back and review it. If you haven't dropped a like, I'd appreciate it if you do it on your way out. I'm going to get the giveaway stuff from last week and this week put together. I'm going to try and get some stuff filmed. I have not been, that's the other thing, guys. I just can't get stuff filmed the way I want. I can't get stuff to come out the way I want. I can't get it to feel the way I want. I'm unhappy with a lot of the content. And there's entire days where I will try to film and try to film and try to film and just nothing fucking happens. And it's extremely upsetting, and it's extremely frustrating to know what I want to do and just not be able to get it to it all come out. Trash truck's coming. That's the other reason I can't film. Dopey's been a member for 2 months. Baseline member. Look at that. But yeah, I posted up a link to that. If you guys are really, I will tell you, I think this is the best CJRB they have done so far. The Lago was until now. I think this absolutely beats the Lago. I don't dislike the front flipper on this. This is such a good knife. That's why when I was told that I could just keep this proto, I was like, absolutely. I have to find the other prototype Riff. So you guys remember I had all those artisan or the CJRB prototypes. I had the Riff, I had the Geode, and I had the Echo. Well, I had 2 different versions of Riff. I had 2 different versions of the Echo. I had 2 different versions of the Geode. And when I got ready to pack everything up, I cannot find one of those prototypes. I don't know where it happened. I think it may have fallen down in that love seat that's out here in the garage. Nico knows about this love seat. It's not built like a lot of love seats. There is a half-inch piece. I'm sorry, there's a 1-inch piece of plywood that you use for subflooring that's in it so that you can use it and not get rid of it. It's still a great love seat. It's just like it had some springs that broke. Well, things can fall down in it and make it all the way down inside. And I think that thing fell all the way down inside that love seat. I think it, and it's only here for the rare occasion that somebody comes over and I need an extra seat. So it winds up being a storage shelf for a lot of the time. Plus, that's where the dog sat. That's where Cayenne sat all the time. And when the new pup gets here, I'm going to have it all cleaned off so that the pup can be out here in the studio with me when I'm filming. So, yeah. What other knives are you guys interested in that are coming up? Oh, absolutely cannot recommend. This is probably the video you're going to see today. This Arkfeld. I did a video about it. If you guys are looking for a good flashlight, how much is my most expensive knife? I think right now my most expensive knife would be my Ferrum Forge Master Blaster, because those knives were $600 to begin with, and then it was like another $1,000 to get the carving and shit done on it. So you're looking at overall, that's probably like a $1,600 knife. Other than that, probably my Norseman, which is about a $1,000 knife. The Hobbit and my buddy Tino got together and had this one done for me. And absolutely, it's not like this doesn't get carried. This gets carried. You can see. Nico knows I use the absolute shit out of this knife. New pup, Robert. No, it's Chunk. It's Chunk, like from we had somebody that was a bad actor. We had somebody that was being a complete shithead in the comments last night, and I was just letting everybody know that I was just letting them know that if you get put in timeout or something like that, like act like an adult. Don't be a complete dick. Don't fight. No fighting in the comments. Just basically that kind of stuff. Was this? The Ferrum Forge Gavco one isn't on there. No, because it wasn't as much as this one. It is, though. I mean, it absolutely is. The Gavco, that Gavco collab spinner is about a $1,000 knife. I think actually probably a little bit more than that. I think they were $1,200. But I'm actually selling the Gavco collab Master Blaster, or not Master Blaster, the Gavco collab spinner. I'm absolutely selling that. I've had a couple people tell me that they want it, but I'm holding it specifically for a set price. I just can't let it go for less than it's worth. I mean, I could, but I'm like, there are some things that I have compromised on the price when I've let them go here recently, but that's not one of them. That's one of those ones, there's just not enough of them out there. So yeah, I've got a list of stuff. I got a list of stuff that I'm going to be filming. I shot that video already. I'm going to do a video about sharpening bias for the premium tier members, like sharpening on a bias and things like that, how to do it. But I'm going to do a video that explains what a sharpening bias. I got to look at my notebook here. Zach's back. Pocket fixed blades. There are some knives that are absolutely compatible for pocket fixed blades, which is going to tie into another video I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video absolutely about the UltiClip. I think that this is the biggest thing that has happened in the world of knife carry in a long time, because this absolutely takes a small fixed blade and turns it into a pocket knife. And I carry this as much as I love my design, my sea snake design, as much as I love this and it's a very viable carry, I carry this more. This is such a good knife. They're discontinued. I think I had somebody say that they've got a few of these that they're not doing anything with. They bought a bunch of them because they liked it and they were going to do them as gifts, but they never did. And they said that maybe they were going to give me some of these for giveaways. This thing is freaking great, and it's a Bastinelli design. It is the Acheron La Sanction, and it's just about perfect for pocket carry. We're never going to get perfect, at least our standards. So it's not even that my standards are too high for the videos. It's just I just can't make them feel the way I want. Like, it's just, and people feel that, and the videos are tanking. The videos are not doing well. I'm gonna have to, as soon as I get this medical stuff all figured out, I'm probably gonna have to shut the channel down to like half the videos and take that job with a school district, because videos just aren't doing well. No one's videos are doing well. No one's channels are doing what they were doing months ago. And a lot of it is YouTube's fault, but a lot of it also is, I used to see a lot of shares of my content. I used to see so many shares. Like, people would just share my videos on other platforms and they'd share them with other people. And you can see that. Like, you see how many times a video was shared. I'm not seeing that. People just are not sharing. Like, I still see some, but when it comes down to it, people just aren't sharing people's videos. I don't think the genre is saturated. It's just, they're reading glasses, and I have to have them for, it's driving deliveries for the school district, the food delivery for the school district. I'm going to apply for a couple of those jobs they've got. I mean, I can still do videos. It's like 6 hours. It's like full time for the school district, like 6 hours. So to offset what I'm not making on YouTube anymore. But like I said, I'm still going to be doing videos. I can do those all the time. You know what? You know what I mean? TS51A. But yeah, the like I was saying, the ulti clip, people are like, utility clip. And I was like, there's not enough letters in that for that to be a utility clip. That is ULTI. That's ulti clip. Has absolutely been a big game changer. I carried this in my pocket with the clip. The only problem is I only have one of them. And so for me to carry, so I've carried this. Actually, I absolutely love this. I'm not driving a school bus. I can't do that. I can't. I don't have the kind of patience to deal with I don't have the patience to deal with my kids sometimes, let alone, what does Mrs. Emler carry? She had a couple little knives that I had for her. She doesn't carry a knife. She works at school district, so she really can't carry an actual knife. She has a box cutter that she uses for opening packages because she works food service. She's also the assistant manager there at the school for all the food service and custodial. So most times she just has a box cutter that she opens. I tried to get her to carry a small little knife. I was gonna give her an OTF switchblade, and she's like, no. There's been a couple knives that I've tried to get her. She just doesn't do knives. Mrs. Emler is not a knife person. She grew up in Japan. You don't carry pocket knives in Japan. It's like my father-in-law's like, I don't understand the whole knife thing. And I was like, in America, it's a much different culture. I'm gonna start doing pew-pew content for Rumble. Just some stuff here and there. It's not gonna be all the time, but I am gonna do some stuff on Rumble. As soon as I can get to go shoot and get it filmed. It's hard to film shooting outside. There's so many fucking elements that can screw up doing one of those videos, like a range day and things like that. So, oh yeah, I got told I have massive amounts of patience and compassion. Parents and kids love me. Yeah, I couldn't do that. But they have, their food service has their own delivery drivers from the warehouse to all the stuff. OTF at a school would be a turd in the punch bowl from their perspective. Yeah, I know. And she was like, no, 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 no. So, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out, I've got videos that are already filmed all the way through Sunday. So I have a video that's going up today. I've got videos that are already done, but I'm just playing with. There's a couple videos that I'm still in the process of editing. And part of it is I haven't felt great lately. It's all been stuff that ties back. I think I talked about it. April is a weird month for me because my father's birthday is April 8th. So no matter what's going on, I'm always going to be depressed in April. And it just really sucks. Mike doesn't drink at all anymore. Mike doesn't drink. Like, okay, so Nico, if you're still here, you can, I'm going to point my daughter to this. I told, when we went to go to our friend's house to pick up the dog, they were like, "Oh, Mike, do you want to," like, I brought some of the beer, that really good Japanese beer to my friend Roger, my buddy Dennis's manager, because Dennis doesn't drink. He's a professional boxer. He just doesn't drink very often. And so I gave him some of those beers, and he was like, "Oh, Mike, I forget it was. Have you tried this beer?" I thought, "Oh, I quit drinking." And whatever was like, "No, you didn't. You had, when you and your friends were doing the live feed, when you and Nika were doing a live feed, you were drinking." I was like, "I wasn't. I drank water the entire time. Like, I've quit drinking." Every time I drink, I have problems with my stomach. It goes back to that. Like, I would much rather just not drink than have the problem with my guts. I put up that video. Did you not go watch it? My daughter gets pick of the litter. And we pretty much are sure that we picked one that's called Chunk, as in Chunk from the Goonies. So most mornings, yeah, it was just you. You had 4 beers, and I had a lot of water. I forget what I was getting ready to say. No, I did a video. We picked them up. Yeah, I'm gonna. Jesus, Murky, watch my videos. I've already mentioned all those things. Crash, health benefits from no alcohol are real and P felt. Yeah, well, it's not so much like when I would drink, because I have the problem with my lower intestine. So when I would drink, I would just I would start having problems and it would hurt again. And so I was like, all right, I made the correlation. I was like, every time I drink, even if it's only a couple beers, I have problems with my stomach. So I'm just going to quit. And I've had a lot less issues. So it's been great. Chunk definitely seems a bit bigger than he said. Not really. He's not really. He was the one with the purple collar. He was not that much bigger than the others. He just got filmed up closer because he was the only one of them. So when we went downstairs, because the puppies were upstairs at their house in Roger's actual bedroom with the in that great big bathtub, and it's because it's technically Roger's house. He's Dennis's manager, but they all live there, all 4 of them. And so, at any rate, like I was saying, when we left, he was crying. And so Mia went back upstairs and he was the one that was crying, and he didn't stop crying until they brought him down and gave him to my wife. And then when she tried to put him back, he was throwing a fit. So they just brought him down, and he just slept on my chest for he slept on my chest for about an hour. I had to stop having problems with arrhythmia. It messed up my cardiac electric system. Yeah, it'll screw up, it screws up the salts and stuff in your bloodstream. So, but yeah, I wanted to make sure we talked about this. And so if you see somebody like going into comments and saying that that my giveaways were rigged, no, it wasn't. He was being a dick bag. I think here's the general rule. Buddha says, try not to be a dick. Buddha says, don't be a dick. That's the golden rule right there. So, my wife is currently getting ready for work. She's gonna leave. Usually I have already set up and filmed a little bit, but I was running behind this morning. I stayed up and read last night, and tell you the truth, like I said, lately I just have not had that creative spark that I'm like, I want to get up and film a video, because typically I'll get up, I'll do a bunch of stuff, and I'll get something filmed, at least like a little bit of prep work and stuff like that at like 7, and I'll do thumbnails from, I get up at 6. I usually go through my stuff and I look at the video and I think what I want the thumbnail to look for, and I look for pictures to add to the thumbnail. And then I'll do thumbnails on videos that I filmed from about 7 to 8, because they're time consuming. And then I'll take that time from 7 to 8 and I'll do the thumbnails, and then I come downstairs and I get everything set up, and then I'll either get something started filming, and then usually like my wife gets ready to start leaving for work about 7:30, so she's in and out of the garage, or about 9:30 I mean. So usually I've got a little bit of stuff filmed, and so it's 9:20 right now. She's gonna leave in like 10 minutes. I haven't even tore down, to give you guys, the paying members have seen the behind the scenes of what the studio looks like, but I have not torn the studio down from last night. Like even all of my audio equipment is still here, and then all the knives and stuff that were sitting there, and I didn't put that, everything's still connected and set up. And a lot of people are like, why don't you just get a desk or something like that? I can take this and I can stack it all up on itself out of the way. I had my buddy drop off a bunch of cardboard for me to do cut testing with. I have my tumbler out because I refinished a blade for a guy. But typically this all gets put away like as soon as we're done. As soon as we're done, all of this stuff gets put away. The soundboard, the mixer, the laptop, all this stuff, the computer, all the cords get put away and everything before I ever even go to bed. And I didn't do that last night. So I'm pretty far behind. I didn't charge my lights last night. We got to see where my lights are on their charge. Think we'll be okay. We're just about half. I can film for a little bit. So I have to put all that stuff away, and then so like people don't realize, like people like, oh, you're just making YouTube videos, how hard is it? I used to say that. I was like, YouTube's not fucking work. What are you talking about? It takes me about 45 minutes. As a matter of fact, I'll start cleaning up some of this stuff while I'm talking to you guys. It takes me a little bit to get all these, to get everything situated the way I want it and test audio and all that stuff. Trying to resist buying the mini Evo right now. No, that's not what you want. I just put up a community post where you can buy this. It just launched. And they're not expensive. I think they're 70. I think they're 70 or so. But stuff like this sound mixer came from one of the subscribers. The microphone that I use came from one of the subscribers. You guys have done more for this channel. Over the last few years, you guys have done more for this channel than I can even mention. There's so many things that I wouldn't have if it weren't from you guys, the subscribers. Do you want me to close this? Most of the stuff that I use for this, I would not have. Yeah, they're on special. Like I have the link to it up on a code. Or not a code, on a community post. So all this stuff that I use for these videos, I would not be able to do all of this if it wasn't for the subscribers. So, and like I said, guys, do not be afraid to reach out to me on the community tabs and things, and or in a comment. If you, I read all the comments. I read every comment. I read every comment that you guys put up. And if you guys are looking for a specific link to a specific knife, I can do that. And if you're a paying member, just hit me up in the community tab. I can generate links for specific knives. I absolutely can definitely generate links for specific knives. My nose really hurts. I had to put a weight. So this microphone stand is from an older microphone that I had. And the new microphone is heavier. And when I would set up the microphone stand, I would try to tip over. So I glued a weight to it so that it will sit nice and flat. And then I have to tip it down like this for it to fit under the shelf. But yeah, I can absolutely make links to what knife did he just show? This is the Echo. This is the CJRB Echo. Nope, that's the wrong cord. That's the one I want. It's really good. The thumb studs aren't on it now. Yeah, like Murky said, it's got an aperture. I like the thumb studs. I really like the thumb studs. But I realize they're not for everybody. Byron. That's what I was just saying, Byron. There is a community post. I just did a post with a link to buy this, to purchase this knife. That's what this is. This is the CJRB Echo. I put a link to purchase it to the Artisan. I have an affiliate link on Artisan. I'd appreciate it if you're going to get one of these, you use that link, because if you buy it on Amazon or anywhere else with one of my affiliates, I only make a little bit. I make 15% on Artisan's website. And Artisan has changed the way they do their stuff. So now their prices are pretty much spot on with everything else. So it used to be that if you bought a knife on Artisan Cutlery, it was more expensive and people weren't buying it there. And so I talked to them, a bunch of other people talked to them, and they were like, so they made their prices competitive because it didn't make sense to have an affiliate link on Amazon. Like, we'll give you an affiliate link. And I'm like, I don't want it. No one's going to buy it. It's like $10 more there. So their prices are equal to, or if not cheaper than getting it on Amazon. And I don't make shit on Amazon, guys. Like, I look at how much you guys are buying on Amazon, and I'm like, I should be making a lot more on Amazon than I do. You guys are using my Amazon store. I have not figured out what the percentage is, but it's next to nothing. It definitely has dropped. I used to make more. Now I make less. They're changing. I'm thinking about seeing if Mastodon will allow me to set up a store and put that up there too. Got a Devo mash on the way. Hang on a second, let me put this over here. I'm also going to talk. I talked about it in the Rumble side of the feed last night. I am going to talk with Al. As a matter of fact, let's check my email and see if he responded to me. I'm going to reach out to Al and see. I got a phone call, missed call. Oh, spam risk. I'm going to reach out to Al over at Craft Holsters and see if they want to do some stuff for the YouTube like to support stuff for the Rumble side of the house. Like if they can get me in touch with different places to go shoot, different content creators and stuff like that. Uh-oh. Ooh. Sorry. Trying to get into these emails and see. So, oh, Michael R got in touch with me. And then if you guys do win giveaways, just please be patient. I am very slow about getting stuff shipped out. I still have the stuff that C. Kobe won, and this last one for today. Oh, I dropped that too. Yep, I did. That's what I heard fall. I was like, that's what I heard fall. So, yeah, I want, like, guys, if you guys got stuff, like I've done this before, and the video that I did, which was my most carried knives, I had asked people, like, what videos do you want to see? And a lot of people have commented that they wanted to see, you know, what I carry the most. And I did that video, and I'm like, it's a mixed bag when you solicit comments and you're like, what videos do you guys want to see? What are you interested in? And then you do it, and then it's just not. Like, they say, like, people say they want to see these videos, and then you do them, and it's like, nah, we really didn't mean it. So I'm going to tell you guys, let me know. There's 31 of you guys here. In the comments, like below, not the live chat, in the comments, let me know what videos you would like to see. And you can also go on to any of my community tab posts, the comments, the posts that I put up. You can go on those posts and leave comments, say, hey, we would like to see these videos. And I'll tell you what, I will put up, like, what videos do you guys want to see? I'll do that again. And it just seems though, like, when I do the videos that are the ones that are requested, they never do well. I'll equate it to, everybody said they wanted the merchandise store, right? So you know why we don't have a merchandise store anymore, right? Because no one bought merchandise. I asked, I was like, do you guys want me to start a merchandise store? And there was a resounding yes, we would love you to start a merchandise store. Everybody wanted a merchandise store. I got a merchandise store set up. I sold a total of 12 orders. 12 orders of shirts. And they had hats. Guess what? They had hats on my merchandise store. And the resounding consensus from voting with dollars was that they didn't really want a merchandise store. And so I closed it. I had 2 different merchandise stores. I had a merchandise store where I had mugs. I have the only existing Crazy Sharp coffee mug. Nico's seen it. You guys have seen it. Well, I had t-shirts, and now you can't get them because that merchandise store no longer exists. I might make a new one, because I have the files and stuff. But yeah, the fact is, like, that winds up being the problem of do I have any? No, I never had any. It was a print on demand. I have some of them that are mine. They were a print on demand service, and no one bought them. And the owner of the store was like, look, I don't make any money on print on demand anymore. He's like, I've got other companies I'm working with. So he's like, I've shut that down. He's like, so just let you know, the merchant, I was like, so it's no longer a link. I have a ton of hats too, but I only ever wear this one because it's just become part of the channel. So yeah, I had the merchandise store, and I had a merchandise store before that had all kinds of stuff. You get bath mats, shirts, pants, anything. They all had the Crazy Sharp logo. They had a Crazy Sharp shower curtain that you could get, and they just sold and they shut that down, and in lieu of what we had. And then I told everybody I told everybody, I was like, send me pictures of you wearing my merchandise. I'll put them in the videos. I had one person do that. It was a guy named Walt G. He was the only person that did it. No one sent pictures of them wearing my merchandise because no one bought it. So it's just that double-edged sword of like, what do you really want? You know what I mean? So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to post things up and be like, okay, what do you guys want to see? What videos are you interested in seeing? And I will do them. But like I said, hopefully, yeah, you're wearing a shirt. Yeah, Will bought some. A couple of guys bought them. Nico has a couple. Tino has a couple. Elliot has some. I have the ones they sent me. I can't remember. I think Will has some. I don't know. I like literally there was less. I sold less than 12 orders. Well, less than 15 orders, I'll say. I've sold more coffee than that this month. The coffee thing, guys, too. If we get, I think we're right now, if I get like 7 more orders, they had the ones with my logo on it. I think if we get 7 more orders, they're going to sponsor a giveaway. So they're sponsoring the channel already. And it's not a sponsorship like I don't have to do ad reads. It's absolutely not one of those ones where like I have to do an ad read and it's a set amount of money. It's a sales-based partnership. And the coffee is so good that the French toast, the tea is good. I was getting ready to say the tea, they have coffee, tea, and cocoa. It's all really, really fucking good. There are more people in my morning live feed this morning than there were CBC giveaway 5-pound bag. I don't know what they're going to give me for giveaway. But if you guys buy this, I'm going to tell you right now, the hazelnut churro is really, really good. My favorite, though, is their French toast. So, but all their flavors have been really good so far. The maple, what was it? The maple, or sticky maple bun or something like that. It was really good. You off to work? Say hi to everybody. Nah. All right. 1:30, you gonna be home? Same time as normal? Yeah. Okay. So that means I can get ready to start filming. So it's gonna be a long day of filming. I think I'm gonna film and do a bunch of stuff. Nico said hi. So yeah, I'm trying to see if that community tab post went. It's raining here, if you believe that. I'll keep this going for a while. I'll tell you what. What do you guys want me to film? Like the 35 people that are here, what videos do you want to see? And I've got my pin, so we'll do this. This is live interaction. This is why I do live feeds. Live interactions. I'm gonna go to the back of my notebook where I have a bunch of stuff, like things I want to talk about on Rumble and stuff like that. Let me turn the light on. Yeah, let me turn the light on. Hang on. There we go. Turn that light off. Leave this one on. I'm trying to look here. Let's see. What was that? Destroy some stuff. Okay. Destroy stuff. Debate and round tables. I don't like doing debate. Here's the thing. I don't like doing debate style things, but I'll here's the thing. Getting people to agree to do a live is fucking hard. Steel matchups, I don't do steel matchups. Murky, I'm sorry, I don't do that. Because you can't compare steels. Like, everyone has its own benefits. Worst repairs to deal with. How about just favorite steels and why? Does that work? How about favorite steels? Favorite steels and best for all around. Odd sharpening techniques. I've already done that. I've done that a bunch of times. There's so many ways I've done it. I've showed doing it on a car window. I showed doing it on a glass. I showed doing it on coasters. I sharpened on one of these coasters one time. I did it on a Thirsty Stone. I did it on a Thirsty Stone coaster. As a matter of fact, I think it's this one. I think that's how it got shipped. I think I was doing it and I slammed into the corner of it with the knife. I think that's how that one got shipped. Heater knives, no. Don't yap at Heater Nation. You know that. Got to be careful with that one. Handle materials, 5 worst knives of all time. Hey, that's a hard one. They're all going to be Emersons. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. Some of the Emersons are not bad knives. Well, I'm writing it down. Worst knives of all time. I might have to ask ChatGPT to research me. What are the 5? I straightened my edge on the cardboard baler at work. There's so many things you can strop and do stuff on. Yeah, it's... I do. Oh, how about... Yeah, I had to do oil change and tire rotation on a Volkswagen the other day, and I can't do it myself anymore. The Volkswagen is hard to do. How to get a very clean, low grit edge. I've already done. See, that's stuff that. So that's all stuff that, like, if I do those videos, Murky, that's stuff that I've already done in the sharpening tutorials, and it doesn't seem fair to take away something that's already exclusive to the members. You know what I mean? Well, that's pretty much it, guys. I really do need to get started. It is 9:43. I need to get started. I've got it's not so much the VW is not bad. I've got that diesel Volkswagen, but it's got that weird European oil filter that you've got to take the shroud off the engine to get to. It's not like you don't take the oil filter out from underneath. The oil filter is in the engine bay, and it's in there. It's not like you have to go from the side. It's like directly in there. But you got to take the entire engine shroud off, and it requires a specific filter and how it goes in. And it's not like a can type filter. It's a specific filter. and they're really, really easy to screw up. I've changed the oil on the Volkswagen, and it is a pain in the ass because you have to come at it from two different angles. And it's just, it is just a pain in the ass. And the filter, if you don't get the filter in just right, that's because it's not like a can type filter. It's a filter that goes into a housing and then you put it in a motor, and you've got to get it in just right, and it attaches to the cap. And when you put it in, if you don't get it just right, if you don't get, there's a little peg that has to go in, and it bends and you can't straighten it. And so I tried to do it by myself. I've done it by myself. I went through I fucked up 4 filters, and they're like $12 each. And I'm like, God damn. Volkswagen diesel Golf, the turbo diesel. But if you, like I said, so you've got the, sorry about that. My internet's dropping off, guys. I need to end this anyway. So at any rate, if you guys haven't dropped a like, please do so on your way out. It absolutely helps the channel. We've got 53 likes on a video that I did just impromptu in the morning. So at any rate, guys, be adults in the live feeds. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow evening. I may do a Rumble stream tonight, depending on how I feel, depending on how much stuff I get done, and depending on whether the kid wants to hang out and do something. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. This was just something we kind of needed. I had to bring it up again. I shouldn't need to, but being adults in live streams on everyone's channel, not just here. Just don't fuck up other people's day. Like I said, as Buddha said, don't be a dick. I'll see you guys later.